My childhood was just a blur of Backstreet Boys and inflatable couches. Jenna Marbles just did a new video and she talks about childhood memories. I laughed so hard, and so I said I have to do that video. It's just funny how differently you see the world as a child. The first one was the biggest I've ever gotten in trouble. Probably 8, maybe a little bit younger. So at that point in time, I lived in North Carolina. During the summertime, it's just like a bunch of little kid gangs, like Suga Circle. We ran Suga Circle. It was me and a couple of the neighborhood kids, and we'd all get out on our bikes and we're driving and we're patrolling the circle. And then there were some other kids that lived down in Farmington. We'd ride their bikes over and there was like this little rivalry. Get out of here, this is our turf. I don't even know. So the kids came over this day and I can't even remember what they were doing. I don't even know why we were like so offended, like so mad that they were in our zone. Finally, we got them to leave and they're like driving away on their bikes. Me being Mr. Tough Guy, I go over and I'm like, suck it. And oh my gosh. I know, what 8-year-old girl does that? I'm living in the city, by the way, so I thought that was tough. Like that's how you act tough. And at the time, I don't think I really even knew what it meant, but I had seen so many people do it and I'm like, that's how you make your point. So the kids are leaving off and I'm like, suck it. And I turn around and my mom has just walked into the front yard and she has this look on her face like, what did you just say? Like, she is out for blood. She's like, Kawhi Dyson, get in the house. And when your mom says your full name, it's done. It's a wrap. And I knew that I had messed up big time. So I go in and I'm like, I'm done for. It's over. My mom looks at me. She's like, do ladies talk like that? I don't know what you were thinking, but that's not how we raised you. That's not how you act. That's not the right thing to say and blah, 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 blah. But she does the whole like disappointed spiel and I'm like, no, don't be disappointed in me. Then she says the words that just like bring a kid to their knees. I'm gonna tell your dad. And dude, I lost it because if dad finds out, you're getting the belt. It was called Black Beauty and it was this specific belt, and you got that belt if you really messed up. And I got that belt probably 5 times in my whole childhood. That night I got Black Beauty, and you know what? From that moment on, I did my best to act like a lady. At least when my mom and dad were around. Story number 2. My brother, my mom, and I went to Lake Rim Park and we were out there riding bikes on the trails. And there's a trail and it goes up and around and then down is into like a baseball diamond. And it's a really, really steep hill right into a fence, a chain link fence. Maybe you already know where this is going. My mom said, no, Koi, don't ride down there, because I'm like, I'm gonna ride off the edge. She's like, no, don't do that, you're gonna get hurt. And I said, I'll be fine. And I specifically remember going down and I'm going really, really fast and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go as close to the fence as I can without hitting it and then turn off really fast to scare my mom. Of course, plans like that never work out, so I go straight down. Boom! I nailed that fence so hard. A, that hurt. But B, I slid off my bike straight onto that bar in the front. So needless to say, I was curled up in the fetal position, crying my eyes out because I am an idiot. I thought I was daring, but I was just stupid. My last one for today is I had this cat named Pippi Longstocking, named after the books, which I loved, and also because she had white paws like all the way up there, so I thought I was pretty smart that I came up with that name. One day, Pippi Longstockings goes missing, and I am freaking out because she always comes home. Mom and I go out looking for him, and we're walking around Suga Circle, and I hear her, I follow it, and I'm like, oh, my cat, where are you? We end up in my neighbor's backyard. Pippi Longstockings is stuck up a pine tree, and when I say she's stuck up a pine tree, I mean she is stuck up a pine tree. This is a freaking high tree, and there's like no branches along the way down. She is like all the way at the top, and she's on one little skinny branch. Needless to say, I'm heartbroken. I'm like, Pippi, Pippi, come down, oh. And finally we have to leave because she's just She's just up there. And my mom says, don't worry, she's gonna come back down. She won't stay up there forever. 2 days go by like this. Every day I go out in that backyard and I cry and I'm like, Pippi, come down, Pippi. And she's just stuck up there. Finally, my dad has had enough. Okay, fine, we're just gonna get your stupid cat. Like, we're gonna go get your cat. He has to get his fireman's ladder. He puts it up this giant pine tree and he climbs this ladder all the way up to get this stupid cat. And when he gets up there and picks her up, she loses it. Like, she's running around, scratching him up, and he's just like trying to hang on to this cat and climb down this fireman's ladder. And Pippi, you're alive! And my dad was just like covered in scratches, and he's just like, the things you do for your kids. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I'm starting a new Storytime Tuesday, so I'll be putting out Storytime Tuesday along with Happy Thursday.